You know what? From this day forward, man, I'm done sleeping. No more sleep for me. I got my last ounce of sleep yesterday. We got some breaking news, man, coming out of the city of Detroit, and that is that Lions cornerback Emmanuel Moseley, according to Adam Schefter, says sources, Lions cornerback Emmanuel Moseley suffered a torn pec in practice and now will be out indefinitely. What in the every time I go to sleep and I wake up, this is the third major injury that has happened in practice and the second that we've known soon as we wake up. Gotta say, man, I feel extremely bad for Emmanuel Moseley. The guy, it probably took everything he had coming from two consecutive ACL injuries. Got one, got another, both season ending, and then he suffers a torn pectoral muscle in practice. The guy couldn't even get on the field yet. You talk about fortitude and determination to come back. I mean, this is like one of them things. What did I do? What did he do? I mean, feel extremely bad for the young man. He was looking good out there too. The few times I went to camp and saw him, he was looking great. So I guess the only silver lining with this whole thing is the fact that C.J. Gardner-Johnson suffered the same type injury. We don't know the severity of it yet, and obviously that matters. Now, C.J. Gardner-Johnson was injured in week 2. He came back. We thought he was done, season ending. He was able to come back that last game against the Minnesota Vikings. I think he was back for that. So it took him, he was out for almost 4 months, from the middle of September to the end of December. So that's closer to 3, but on the way to 4. That's the silver lining. That if you assume, let's just hypothetically say, just for the sake of E-Man, that E-Man's injury, he has a similar timetable to C.J. Gardner-Johnson. With it happening in the beginning of August, if you were to say September, October, November, you can add about 5 weeks or subtract 5 weeks from C.J. Gardner-Johnson and come up with a potential time frame. That's if the injuries are similar, meaning they are the same, but the severity. That maybe E-Man could be back in the middle of December. Right? Because we're talking about September, October, November. So, yes, at the end of November, if things went the way that they went for C.J. Gardner-Johnson, man, I couldn't even imagine. I remember last year when he got hurt, I said his time with the Detroit Lions was over. The Detroit Lions surprised me. And I know a lot of you were saying that they'll probably re-sign him. They surprised me and brought him in. I mean, good Lord, you can't even. I really don't even know what to say. Just 3 years. In 3 years, you've been on the field for a total of, I want to say, only 4 games so far. He got hurt 3 snaps into his return last year. Unbelievable, man. Prayers up, man. That's just wow. Again, breaking news coming out of the city of Detroit, man. Emmanuel Moseley suffers a torn pectoral muscle in practice and will be out indefinitely. This injury is usually season ending. That's what we heard last year. So anyway, wow. Hopefully, this is not a continuation of, because that's one thing the Detroit Lions were able to avoid last year significantly, are catastrophic injuries. I mean, C.J. Gardner-Johnson, James Houston, do take those 2 dudes out. We didn't get hit that hard. Wishing E-Man a speedy recovery, man. Wow. Leave your thoughts down below, man. You guys are awesome. Take care of yourself and each other. And as always, go Lions. This is not 3 years. The dude cannot catch a break.